Zounds, you rogue, you rascal!
What is the matter, Lieutenant?
A knave teaches me my duty. I'll beat the knave into a twig and bottle.
Beat me?
Dost thou pray, rogue?
Nay, good Lieutenant, I pray you, sir, hold your hand.
Let go of me, sir, or I'll knock you over the mazzard.
Come, you're drunk.
Drunk.
Go away, I say. Go out and cry mutiny. Now, good lieutenant, now, good gentlemen, help, ho, lieutenant. Sir, Montano, sir, help masters. Here's a goodly watch indeed. Dong, dong. Who's that which rings the bell? Diablo ho! The town will rise. God's will, lieutenant, hold. You will be shamed forever.
What is the matter here? Zounds, I bleed still, and I am hurt to death. He dies.
Hold for your lives!
Hold, ho, lieutenant. Sir, Montano, gentlemen, have you forgot all sense of place and duty? Hold. The general speaks to you. Hold for shame.
Why, how now, ho, from whence ariseth this? Are we turned Turks, and to ourselves do that which heaven hath forbid to others? For Christian shame, put by this barbarous at brawl, he that stirs next to crave his own rage, hold his soul light, he dies upon his motion. Silence that drug-filled bell, it frights the isles from her prosperity. What is the matter, masters? Honesty of that looks dead with grieving. Speak! Who began this? Oh, why, oh, thy love, I charge thee.
I do not know. Friends, all but now, even now, in quartering turns like bride and groom, divesting them for bed, and then but now, as if some planet had unwitted men, swords out and tilting at one another's breasts, in opposition bloody, I cannot speak any beginning to this peevish odds. And would in action glorious I had lost those legs that brought me to a party.
How comes it, Michael, you are thus forgot?
Pray, do not let me speak, Lord. I am unable.
Worthy Montano, you were wont to be civil. The gravity and stillness of your youth, the world hath noted, and your name is great in mouth of wisest century. What is the matter that you unbalance your reputation thus, and spend your rich opinion for the name of one night brawler? Give me the answer to it.
Worthy Othello, I'm hurt to danger. Your officer Iapio can inform me. While I spare speech with something now offends me, of all that I do know nor that I ought, by me that said or done amiss this night, unless self-charity can be sometimes a vice, and to defend ourselves it be a sin when violence assails.
Oh, by heaven, now by heaven, my blood begins my safer guides to rule, and passion having my best judgment collided. Essay to lead the way. Zounds, if I serve, or do but lift the arm, the best of you shall sink in my rebuke. Give me to know how this foul rout began, who set it on. And he that is approved by this offense, though he had twain with me, both at birth shall lose me. What in a town of war, yet wild the people's hearts brimful of fear, to manage private and domestic quarrel, in night and on the court, and guard of safety. 'Tis monstrous, Iago, who began it?
If partially offend or leagued in office, thou dost deliver more or less than the truth. Thou art no soldier.
Touch me not so near. I had rather have this tongue cut from my mouth than it should do offense to Michael Cassio. Yet I persuade myself to speak the truth. Shall nothing wrong him? This it is general. Montano and myself being in speech, there comes a fellow crying out for help, and Cassio following him with a turning sword to execute upon him, sir. This gentleman steps into Cassio and entreats his pause. Myself the crying fellow did pursue, lest by his clamor, as it so fell out, the town might fall in fright. He, swift of foot, outran my purpose, and I returned the rather. For that I heard the clink and fall of swords, and Cassio hiding hold, which till tonight I ne'er may say before. When I came back, for this was brief, I found them close together at blow and thrust, even as again they were when you yourself did part them. More of this matter cannot I report, but men are men, and best sometimes forget. Though Cassio will some little wrong to him, as men in rage strike those that wish them best. Yet surely Cassio, I believe, received from him that fled some strange indignity, which patience could not pass.
I know, Iago, thy honesty and love doth mince the matter, making it light to Cassio. Cassio, I love thee, but nevermore be an officer of mine.
In this scene from Othello, Shakespeare begins the chain reaction that eventually destroys nearly every major character in this play. Although the scene appears to be simply about a drunken fight, it actually reveals how manipulation works through emotion, reputation, and trust. Iago never openly attacks Cassio himself. Instead, he manipulates the people around him and creates confusion until Othello believes Cassio has failed as a leader. This is what makes Iago so dangerous throughout the play. He understands how to influence people without directly controlling them. By encouraging Cassio to drink and provoking conflict, Iago creates a situation where Othello believes he is making a fair and logical decision, even though the entire event was carefully engineered behind the scenes. Shakespeare uses this moment to emphasize how quickly reputation can be destroyed. Earlier in the play, Cassio is respected, disciplined, and trusted by Othello. However, one mistake causes Othello to strip him of his position almost immediately. This reflects one of the play's central themes, appearances versus reality. Othello judges Cassio based off what he sees in a single emotional moment, rather than on Cassio's actual character and his loyalty. Our performance emphasized this idea by showing how quickly tension escalates once emotions take control. We used louder voices, rapid pacing, and chaotic movement during this fight scene to create confusion and to show how easily reason disappears within emotional situations. When Othello enters and restores order, his serious tone and strong posture demonstrates his authority, but his decision to demote Cassio also reveals how vulnerable he is to manipulation. This scene remains relevant today because people are still influenced by rumors, emotional reactions, and incomplete information. On social media and in everyday life, reputations can be damaged instantly before the full truth is understood. Like Othello, many people react emotionally before examining evidence carefully. The Lawrence Fishburne film adaptation also highlights this chaos by using dark lighting, aggressive movement, and quick pacing during the fight. Both Shakespeare's original text and this film adaptation suggest that manipulation becomes powerful when people stop questioning what they see and allow emotion to replace their judgment. Ultimately, this scene is important because it marks the beginning of Othello's loss of trust, which becomes the foundation for the tragedy that follows.